No, I mean, if you came from where I came from, you have three choices, right? First choice, second choice, third choice. Maybe I was too proud, right? I felt that I'm very brilliant. I mean, how will I not enter engineering? I mean, that was the question. I was like, how will I not? So I picked electrical engineering, choice 1, choice 2. I said, well, nothing really is interesting among all the rest of the courses. Well, and I know that I like mathematics naturally. It just comes to me naturally. I said, well, let me just choose math as my second choice. I didn't think that math could be something that somebody will study. I just felt that, well, I like it. Let me just choose it. And if I tell you what I chose for my third choice, you will laugh. I just chose one animal science and something. And I scored 73.5, and 75 was the cutoff mark for engineering. And they called me and they said, and a friend actually went to check, in Nigeria in those days, they would just paste everything, and said, well, I did not see your name in engineering. I found it in mathematics. I wept. I said, what? What will I use mathematics to do? Mathematics? I began to blame myself. Why did I even choose mathematics? Why can't I choose engineering, choice 1, engineering, choice 2? And I went. And I said, what? How come? It was as I continued on that journey that I realized that one day, computational field will evolve and things like artificial intelligence will come up. There was nothing like that when I was. But God knew that this is where I want this guy to be, and there is no other way we will have arrived there. And even 73 point, that 1.5 that I missed, it was God ordering. So I want you to settle down, be a child of God genuinely. Don't just play church or play anything. No. Be God's child genuinely. The rest, God will take care of it.
Sorry. So you were lucky enough to have forgot to have caught you at the early stage when you were just like applying, right? When you were just writing the exams. But for one of those people that, let's say, they've done like 2 years already, right? They're like maybe they got into whatever course and they've already gone like 2 years into it, like they're almost halfway through, and then they're like, oh, I don't do UK. Like how are they going to like redirect? Like what's the way forward?
Let me tell you the second point. That will answer that question. So the first point is what? Vision, right? Vision. The second thing is excellence. Bible says, whatever your hand finds to do, said do it with all your might. When I see people tell me that I start a course and I want to drop out or I get in the middle, I don't like it, I have questions. I do. I have questions. Because a lot of us think that I have questions actually. A lot of us think that maybe you're doing economics and now you want to change to computer science and now you want to change to this, you want to change to that. And I've seen people change like 5 times. Is that not confusion? Right? Whatever your hand finds to do, there is no one that is excellent in anything. In little thing, the next door will open. Anything you are doing, be the best you can be. Pray to be the best you can be. Study hard, work hard, be diligent to be the best you can be. If it's only one door that it will open to people in your area, who will they choose? It is you. And look, excellence. And that is one thing I see that is eroding from God's children. We think that when we say, the grace of God is sufficient, that means that we should be wishy-washy. No. Even in your school, you are still in school. Let the result that you will. Look, these things are personal determination, and it rests on vision, actually. When you have a vision that this is where I want to be, you cannot be lazy, because vision has a way of injecting you with energy. It will be fueling you. When you see people that are hard work, who doesn't like to sit down at the beach and then cross one leg and get some kind of and I'm not saying you will not rest, I'm not saying you will not, but whatever you are doing, I think it was Pastor Luna that was speaking during the vigil. Then many of us logged into the vigil, we were there, and he said, in his workplace, where he worked before, long time ago, he was just doing evangelism, and he met somebody and he said, "Oh, my name is Victor," and that guy said, "Victor what?" And I said, "Victor Olobatuyi," and he said, "Have you worked in social place before?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "Do you know that the structure we put in place several years ago, we are still using it in the company?" How do you think that evangelism will go? In fact, if he says, "Look, you need to give your life to Jesus now," the guy will give his life to Jesus because he will say, "If this is the Jesus, do you think he will return back to that company?" And they will not say, "If he's coming back, please." In fact, even if they are no position to accommodate him, create one. Excellence opens door. The first one is vision. Second one is excellence. Look, each time we keep saying that Solomon, we talk about Solomon a lot. I don't know, lately I just felt that actually I've been thinking about him a lot. Let me go and study him. And I realized that what I'm sharing, these things I'm sharing with you, they actually, when God said, "I will give you a wisdom that I will not give anyone else," God told him that. I said, "Well, God, you will not give anyone else. At least let me see some patterns in his life, and if I do it, I also will be able to attract some of the wisdom." Solomon was one king that got to the throne with vision. He got there with vision. Just because I don't want to open scriptures, but you can go and read it. He got to the throne with vision. He knew what he wanted to do. This guy knew that he was going to build a temple. He knew he was going to build a temple. Do you know that the tabernacle of Moses was still alive that time? The tabernacle that Moses built several years ago, that tabernacle was still alive that time. Do you know that this guy went to understudy that tabernacle before he became a king? If you remember that when Moses finished that tabernacle and they finished it, that God's presence came down and the priests were not able to officiate. Do you know that the same thing happened when Solomon finished the temple? Do you know why? When you follow pattern, you will replicate results. Have vision. When you have vision, and this guy, he already had a vision, and he built the temple in such a way that it will be the most excellent edifice on earth. This temple, people started coming from different places. They said, there is this temple, there is this temple, there is that. People were coming. It became like a national attraction. People were coming to see it. Excellent. Look, if you are excellent, you will drive opportunity towards yourself. Be excellent. If they ask you to do little things, don't do it anyhow. In fact, do you know how you know that you are excellent? When you do works that you are not paid for. How do you do it? That's how you know that you excel. Maybe they ask you to come and do something in the local church or volunteering somewhere. How do you do it? Do you do it as if, whether I'm paid for it or not, this is my brand? You know, each time we are praising God, what do you think we are praising? We are praising His brand. God has brand. You know that God has brand? He doesn't fail. It's His brand nature. It does not fail. You know, if you listen to the Holy Ghost Congress, Holy Ghost service that they just finished,